Yeah, this is the second time today I've been up here because the first time I was an idiot and forgot to change the batteries on the camera. So I got an introduction and nothing. I'm going to try this again and see what I can get and show people on the camera. I'm up at the pond. It is completely covered with water meal. As you can see, it's green. And a strike. And another one. Yep, that little one, he got away. Problem is I'm using a artificial minnow, and they actually love this thing, but it's bigger than most of them. I'm getting strikes every time I cast out, but I haven't caught anything at this point. I know there's nothing big in here, not I've caught so far. The biggest one I caught was about a 5-inch warmouth. This is the first time I've actually fished anything in about 12 years. Well, I guess there's one way to get the brush cleared out of a pond. I got one. Get the weeds cleaned off of him here. Alright, this is another warmouth. It's a hybrid bluegill. They get bigger than this, but not much bigger than this. But the little bastards are aggressive. Oops, I got him upside down here. They're aggressive, and they actually have a bigger mouth on them than a bluegill does, by quite a bit. I don't know if that's focusing in yet, but they're aggressive. They'll attack pretty much anything. Because of the number that I caught this morning in such a short time, and the fact that they're all very little, the population in here needs to be thinned out. At this point, I'm not going to do that. I'm just playing for fun to see what's in here. But eventually, I'll start taking the small ones out and either eating them or using them for fertilizer, because I need to thin out the population so they can get a little bigger. And I have not seen any turtles out here yet, but that doesn't mean they're not here. I think at some point I'll try setting up a bank line and see what I can catch for turtles. With there being fish in here, it is highly likely there are water snakes, including probably the moccasin. And I haven't seen any yet. Oop, just missed one. Yeah, I don't think this is very deep. Maybe 4 foot in the middle. Fairly sure that it wasn't built for fish, that it was built for a stock pond. But I'm not pulling a lot of weeds and stuff out of it, which is probably because of the water meal. Well, there's another little one. They're not real big. I don't know if you can actually see it or if I'm getting fog on the lens or what. Looks like it's fogging up. I'm going to have to let the camera warm up. It's in the sun. Go away, you're not a bee. And another one. They're not very big, but they are tough little bastards, or pardon my French, tough little fish, and they're very aggressive. And they will attack pretty much anything they can get in their mouth, which is considerable for that size of fish. But yep, they're a hybrid bluegill. If I remember right, the biggest one I ever caught was like 1 pound and 4 ounces or something like that. They're not very big. It'd take 6 or 7 of them to make a meal for one person. Double that for 2. I don't know. For all I know, it's the same fish, but I doubt it. But yeah, they're not very big, but they're fun to play with. So we have an active breeding population of Warmouth hybrids in here, which is both good and bad. Proves that the pond's not dead, but it also seems to be a monoculture. Got another one. And none of them are very big, but they do fight. So they're in here. Because of the fact that they're attacking this lure so quickly, so often, is an indicator that they're overpopulated in here. And they all seem to be roughly the same size, which would be limitations on the growth rate and things. They can only get so big because there's only so much food. Well, you hit that as soon as it hit the water. At least spit it out. The reason they're hitting there in the middle is one of the reasons that I think it's not very deep. Because generally your smaller fish stick closer to the bank or in shallow water. And if I got 4 and 5 inch warmouth hitting in the middle of the pond over here, I don't think it's very deep. And I changed the bait out. I put a neon green on here, curly tail. Let's see what we get. They were hitting a lot better this morning, but it was cooler. Generally, fish try to eat early in the morning or in the evening. It's about 10:30 or so now. I'm getting hits on it. And I got something. This is the biggest one I've caught so far. This is actually the biggest one I've caught so far. And he hit pretty hard. He's about 6 inches long total. But look at the size of the mouth on that thing. I got my thumb in him. They have a big mouth on them. And they're aggressive. Yep, they're fun. Seems the big ones like the yellow ones. We'll try that, or the green. That's the biggest one that I've had hit so far. I haven't even used live bait. This is just artificial stuff. Well, that wasn't real smart. Don't cast through a rose bush. Not good. Not real smart either. Got hung up on a leaf. Only the one hit on this one. Don't know. And last cast and I'm done. This is getting wrong time of day. Not even a strike. That's it. I'm done.